time of banks failing and market turmoil, we know many of you are worried about your money. So today we have our family financial and legal expert, Alexis Neely, to talk with us about keeping your money safe. A lot of people hear all the time, FDIC insurance, but they don't know exactly what that is.
Right.
Please explain that for us.
Okay, so I'm going to explain all of it. There's a lot of information we're going to cover. If you miss anything, you could go to FamilyWealthMatters.com/FDIC for a very easy to follow free report on all of this.
Okay.
But this is really important stuff because the most important thing for everybody out there is just to make sure that your money is protected.
Right.
And there's ways that you can do that. FDIC insurance is the money that covers, it's the insurance that covers the money you have in the bank.
Checking, savings, what have you.
Checking, savings, deposits. Okay? So the really important thing to know here is if you have a money market fund that is invested in mutual funds, that is not protected. Okay, checking, savings, money market funds, and CDs, but your money market fund has to be one that's invested in cash, not mutual funds.
Really important distinction that you need to know. How much is protected? Okay,
so the traditional rule is you have up to $100,000 of coverage for your accounts, and that's an aggregate of all of your accounts at a single bank. Now, what if you have more than $100,000? Because people do.
Sure.
And if you do, that's great. You can get more than $100,000 of coverage. You need to know how. The first way is by setting up either a pay-on-death account or a trust account.
Okay.
Now, trust accounts are a lot better than pay-on-death accounts. We can talk about that in a few minutes why. But they both do the same thing in terms of coverage. You get an additional $100,000 of coverage for each beneficiary you have named on your account.
Okay.
So if you have a single account, you don't have a trust, go down to your bank and name some beneficiaries on your account. Those beneficiaries are people that will receive the money if you die. They each get an additional $100,000 of coverage.
Let me interrupt you quickly. Is there a way to choose your beneficiaries? Because I know it can be difficult, especially if you have a large family.
Sure.
How do you best go about doing that?
You just got to name people.
Okay.
So if you have children, obviously name your children.
Okay.
If you don't, you can name nieces and nephews. You can name a charity. You can name a nonprofit organization. You have to pick individuals or charities.
Okay. You believe that trusts are better than the PODs.
That's
Why
right.
is that?
A trust is better than a POD because it also gives you benefits in the event that you become incapacitated or in the event that you die. The pay-on-death account does that in terms of in the event of your death, everything will go outright to whoever you've named, but it's not as good as the trust. The trust is going to make life easier for your family while you're living, number one. There's going to be some estate tax benefits. The way you can leave assets in a trust, you can actually protect your assets for many generations. You control the trust better so that you can make sure that your children or your heirs don't receive the money until you want them to get it. With a pay-on-death account, it's going out at the time that you die. And if you end up hospitalized, a trust is going to be a lot easier for your family to deal with than a pay-on-death account. So the trust is definitely the way to go.
Okay, so any questions, just go down to your bank, ask your banker, and have them sort it out. And give us the website one more time where people can get more information.
The website, again, is FamilyWealthMatters.com/FDIC. Yes, go to your bank, talk to them, but sometimes they can be a little confusing.
Sure.
So check out the free report. It's all in there, and just make sure your money's safe.
Fantastic. Alexis, always good to see you and some really important information. Thank you. And if you have a question you'd like Alexis to answer, email her at yourmoney@better.tv.
You're watching Better.tv.